Hey, what's good? I just wanted to make this quick video on how I actually do some of my sampling. My sampling FL Studios with SliceX. It's like one of my favorite things to sample through if I'm not actually using the timeline. I've been doing it this way for a long time. When I think it was like FL6 I started doing it in there. I'll take like original sample and I'll drop it into SliceX. I know some people use Edison or what is the other one? There's like Edison or the Slicer. Those are cool too. I guess, you know, whatever way that you sample, if you're used to doing it, you can do it that way. I just figured out that SliceX works for me because I can kind of pinpoint the sample that I want to chop and then use it like an MPC, so I can actually like play through the track and then you know, flip it in any type of way that I want to. Let's get into it. Let me switch this here to my desktop and you can be able to see exactly how I'm slicing it. All right, so I'm gonna pull up SliceX. I know I call SliceX, well, SliceX, not SlicerX, but you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna pull a sample in here and show you the way I actually do samples. I'm just gonna find something random, and I just figured out. And I think like all the FL Studios, the way they actually has you sample, I know you can actually put like a marker down where in this timeline exactly where you want to actually chop. But I figured it out where if I'm using a mouse and I actually click the area that I want to sample, actually let me actually pull a sample in here. Oh, that works. I love how it says Christmas, and it is. Christmas is actually around the corner. All right, so see how they have these markers down. These markers like indicate where the sample, you can play it anywhere by hitting on your keys. So I can actually play anything. But that's just like the program. It like figures out the areas that randomly generates to sample. I don't use it that way. I kind of go up here, and I never found a faster way of removing them, but this is the fastest way I found to remove all the slices. Oops. As long as this ain't like highlighted. Yeah. Okay, so you hit dual slice. Some reason, I don't know why that removed some of them. See how I have one of these markers at the beginning? What I did was you just click this right here. As long as there's no like line or anything like this, you'll have this marker at the beginning, and you can this, you know, put it there when you need to. You can click it in. I found the fastest way to keep them on tempo. I'm going to push down. I can click in now and see if I release, it removes it. So I'm gonna do it in time so I can kind of get a feel or keep it on tempo. So that's how I actually do it. I just release it so it actually keeps decent time. And then you notice if I play, I can actually push them in time. Okay, so now that I got that set, let me see if I can come up with something with this sample. So I'm gonna show you. So you can play it forwards, you can play it backwards, you can play this like random places until you come up with a sample. That's the way I figure out how to do it. Oh wow, that is fire. I might even do that. That actually is pretty cool right there. Yeah, I like the one I'm just doing. I might actually do that. Let's actually get the tempo to that. that's actually pretty fire. See, and that was like that's a little pretty simple beat that, or sample I found and I dragged over, and then I just actually did that and came up with an idea. So that's the way I used to do it. When I think FL6 is when I started doing that, and then I haven't did it in a while. I started using a different feature. Like if I take the same sample and I drag it on timeline, I can create the same sound by chopping them on time and then placing them in the areas and having the loop that way. Because the only downfall about this SliceX is when you're working on a beat, and say if you have your snares here, and then you want to do like a switch up in the middle, and I have it just like this, it's going to try to play that second sample from the beginning in the middle of the track. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to sound like it's off until you play it from the beginning. So I think it's going to, if I put it here. Oh wow, you know what? Okay, so FL6 used to do that. It looks like they finally fixed that feature where it wasn't playing in the middle of the sample. It used to play at the beginning of this, so I'm glad they actually fixed that feature. So I'm actually surprised about that, because it was throwing a lot of people off when you're placing your melody on the timeline and it wasn't synced up, but you knew it synced up when you play it back from the beginning. Alright, so I just wanted to show you what I got so far. So far I just added like a counter melody under it, and I added drums, and just added everything else to it. But it's simple right now. I'm really going to get into it. I just want to show you what I got. Check it out. Let me know what you think.